let's start with who we are. So Property Deals Insight. So, I'm hoping most of you already know who we are. So we are a tech platform which basically helps you find and analyze property deals in a nutshell. We have a whole of UK coverage, so we have over 30 million plus homes on our platform, which means we that allows us to actually give you data and insights throughout the country. So what we've done is we've built different tools for different kind of users. Some people are looking for themselves, some are looking to be sources. A large part of our customer base is actually property sources, small businesses who are looking to grow, and then there are others who start as an individual, starting in the property sector, but then they within the last 12 months or 6 months they've turned into having 10, 15 people working under them, so they've done well. I mean, that's kind of some of the success stories. And then we also work with some of the largest companies in the country. So if you have a business or idea or something where you want to be actually plugging into our system, then we can also have a further chat subsequently. So today's session will be mainly focusing on how you can utilize it from an investor, sourcer perspective, or even if you're an agent, we can help you with that. So I'll kind of cover a little bit of that. So any features you guys want to be covered, touched upon, as I said earlier, for anybody who's recently joined, please add it into the chat. So what you would like to cover and what you're looking for from the session. All right, cool. So we have been covered in popular state media, press, etc. Kerfuffle, Negotiator, Property Mark, Arla. They are big fans of us and they're big backers of us. We have been in the Property Investor Show. Well, we kind of partners with them, so we've been doing a lot of talks around that as well. This year we couldn't make it because of some personal reasons. So yeah, anyways. Okay, so I think what we, as you can see on my screen, this is kind of, we have a number of tools where you can actually use Deal Finder. Helps you find deals, which is kind of a lot favorite for a lot of people. Motivated vendors, as we saw people are interested in that. So I think we'll be covering how you can actually use that. Off-market opportunities, we have tools like heat maps, which are pretty simple, box standard. It shows you a hot heat map where you can actually say where the opportunities are, which areas you should be focusing on. So if you're not familiar with the areas, APIs, and this is more for the business to business customers where they're looking at connecting with their system. Instant valuation, identifying what the right price is, cash flow, ROI, and deal packs, etc., and the lead magnet, which is quite powerful, helping you create a constant stream of new leads coming to you. All right, so I think I'm going to come back to some of these things in a bit. Let me just quickly go into the platform. So I logged in already. So if you haven't already got an account with us or not logged in, you can actually click the Start Free Trial button or the login to kind of get you into the platform so you can actually see. So in preparation of this session, I already logged in. So that takes me into the dashboard. So this is the dashboard of the platform, as in your login in the platform. So what you can see here is you've got two areas. A lot of people say, oh, should I be going for the agent membership? Should I be going for the investor membership? So the good news is when you're starting, you don't need to be choosing which membership. So, well, basically you can choose, but you're free to switch around within the membership. And no, you don't have to be a registered estate agent to be using some of these features, although agents don't like us sharing these features with you guys, but we don't want to be stopping competition. We want you guys to be on a level footing with them. So these are features used by estate and letting agents, but a large amount of our customers who are professionals or sources or wanting to grow their portfolio quickly are also able to access these tools. Right, so let's start with the investor side of things, and then we will see how you can actually take it into, you can call these as business tools as well, so how you can actually scale up your business. Okay, so when you click on here, it will basically show you different parts of the tools. So one of them is finding deals on and off market deals, so which we're going to touch upon. We've got heat maps. Without going into too much detail, I'm going to try and quickly skim through this because this is pretty simple. What it does is it allows you to look for areas where you can actually find properties and what are the best performing areas currently. So it looks at the latest on market data to find out areas where you you can get the highest yielding opportunities, what are the sale prices, whether highest or lowest prices. You can monitor the rental rates and also look at the growth areas. So let me just quickly show one, and I think I can then just skip through. So what you get is basically box standard. So you can actually see an interactive map. Some of you guys would have seen these kind of maps in Corona times. And I know Tom mentioned COVID, so these became popular around that time. So what you can do is look at areas which are giving you a certain percentage yield, and you can even actually filter out on saying, I want to be looking at the highest performing areas, the worst performing areas. So obviously, when you're looking for deals, you want to go for as high as possible, but also it keeps you honest. So if you're actually looking in an area where the general market yield is 2%, then obviously your target becomes harder, but it allows you to look through. And you can also look at areas which are better performing than some of the commonly known names or towns in the city. So that's kind of allows you to go for hidden gems before everybody else does. And I think that's kind of quite interesting. Again, the same thing is for sales, rentals, UK price trend. So I'm going to let you explore this. Obviously, you can always have a look at it at any given time. But if you already know the areas you want to be operating in, then in that case, you can simply just go in and go to the deal finder. Let's just go back to the screen where we were on, and let's start with the deal finder. So in a nutshell, everybody is looking for deals, whether you're looking for deals which are on the market. So I think there was a mention on finding deals better than going your traditional route of Rightmoves and Zooplaz, on how we can actually find them quickly, because there's so many deals out there. Rightmoves got about 1 million or so deals, properties on the platform, and Zooplaz got about just under 1 million. So effectively, it's kind of like finding a needle in a haystack, trying to find the deal. So what we've done is we've reversed the whole process. And what we did was, within the sourcing tool, the deal finder, we've split it into different strategies. And one of the challenging things sometimes you find is when you go and ask somebody, okay, can you find me some deals? And they ask you a lot of questions, whether you're looking for yield, whether you're looking for appreciation, whether you're looking for what's your strategy, this and that. So a lot of things are thrown at you. And quite honestly, when I first started into property, this was one of those things where I was like, I don't really care. I just want to make some money. And that's sort of, but it wasn't as simple as I would like. So what we've done is we created these categories. So if you're looking to look for rundown properties where you can add some value, you can actually simply use the tried and tested by refurb refinance strategy. For anybody who is not familiar, basically you look for properties where you can add some value. We're hoping that they would be slightly lesser in the price, in terms of current market price would be lower than the ones which are in good condition. What this allows you to do is you can do some work to it and actually add the value, or add value to the property, which allows you to also refinance these properties. Again, I don't want to go into too much of this, because that would take us forever. But if anybody is interested in it, just ping us a message and we can also give you more resources around it. But this allows you to actually ultimately refinance the property, so you can actually leverage out some of your initial capital if you have put in. And you are able to look at other strategies like chain-free properties, repossessions, auctions is a popular one, properties which are there are price reductions, etc. So let's just have a look at the buy, refurb, refinance. So what the way the tool works is basically allows you to put in any postcodes on any areas. I was earlier looking at LS1, but you can actually pick any area you want, location or postcode. Actually, just let's go with LS1 anyways. And you can select maximum, minimum budget, whether you're looking for houses, flats, land, or you're looking, and what is the search radius. The reason we have the search radius is because there's quite a lot of properties, and we basically, sometimes it comes with a lot of results. So we basically try and limit you some results. And also, this is not about finding, okay, I want to find a hidden gem or a property within my street. You could be very lucky if you find it, but ultimately this allows you to look at, okay, I don't mind traveling around 5 miles from my like a main location of looking for properties. So what this does is it comes back with all these results, and when you search, you can see these are actually coming back with the yield numbers and how far it is from them. So you can actually sort these properties, and also you can see some of them properties are actually reduced. So there are some of them have been massively reduced over time. And different people have different strategies. Sometimes you're looking for properties where owners are struggling, and then that's generally a very good way to actually try and offer something which may be well below market value. And people, you'd be surprised how many times these deals turn out to be basically where they would agree. And I actually personally had the same situation when I was looking earlier. There was a property in Pinner area, which is a pretty sought after area in northwest London. And there was a old couple. They put a property on the market with some rubbish agent. I don't want to name anybody, but they didn't do a great job at the advert. So the advert came and died down, as in nobody was looking at it anymore. So it was on the market for 2-3 months, and property was on the market initially for 575, and I basically managed to agree an offer at 472, I think 470 or 472, and basically we spent about 20K on the property, new doors, new kitchen, new like all the lick of paint and everything. So basically did a good job, have my own team, which actually we can manage to get things done much cheaper. And then when we got it refinanced in about well, basically you need to wait 6 months, but yeah, we had the project done in under 2.5 months, and we had already let the property out. So the refinance value came at 625, I think. And we managed to take out pretty much all of our money out of that deal. And this was simply just me looking at Zoopla, and I found a property over there, nothing else. And that's kind of where one of the things I wanted to do was actually, can't I just create some sort of a magic tool which can do this for me for all over the country, because I don't care finding 100,000 properties. I just need 1 deal, 2 deals, 5 deals, 10 deals. But then if I wanted to scale it to the rest of the country, then I can do that as well. So this was kind of me combining strategies, which is buy, refurb, refinance, and like property which are struggling and things like that. So basically that allowed me to make I think a pretty decent property, which is still part of my portfolio. It's a 4-bedroom house, and it's kind of always let out fairly quickly. But yeah, you can actually do this for any of the other strategies as well. So what we do is, if we actually, let's just pick one of these properties in here, just randomly. Yeah, let's select this one. So what we have is, like, this allows you to do a quick deal analysis for the property. So effectively, all our deals which you see in here, you will be able to do a quick deal analysis. So what this does is it kind of shows, okay, what's the asking price of the property, what would be your initial investment, whether it would be a positive or a negative investment, what the annual returns are. I think I picked a pretty rubbish one from here. Yeah, I think I picked the one which wasn't that great. So let's just try the next one. Let's pick this one. Right. So I mean, at the end of the day, the point is that it needs to reduce the time you spend. So what I don't want to be doing is having to keep going through every single Rightmove listing or Zoopla listing or anything, and then saying, is it a good deal or not? So this allows you to actually quickly put all of the analysis in front of you. It has things like mortgage types. Obviously, if you're going interest only or repayment, traditionally everybody used to go interest only, but because now the interest rates are so high, so you can even look at whether the repayment options are possibly better for you. So when you do that, it automatically instantly changes and shows you how much money you're going to have left in the deal over time, and it shows you the breakdown. It shows you the local area, what the property prices are in that area. And also you can actually say, if you're managing a property yourself, so then you can get rid of these figures. And as you do that, it automatically shows you how the numbers change. So this can also act for any sources out there when you're sharing these deals. I mean, I'll tell you how you can white label these, but when you actually want to find these deals and say, actually, this looks good and might fit the criteria for one of my clients, then you can also share these deals. So you can actually create a deal pack just by clicking a button, and you can actually share it with them either in a PDF format or in an interactive link format. And when you click on that, this basically will allow you to actually also share it on Facebook groups. So if you want to say, I don't care who sees it as long as they come to me, then you can also create these links for go on to WhatsApp, Twitter, and LinkedIn, Facebook, etc., etc. And basically this allows you to share this, and you are able to create different like snapshots. A lot of our customers who are deal sourcer, they say the clients just keep wasting their time saying, I want a best case scenario, worst case scenario, what if this, what if that, and all you're doing is twiddling with those numbers, spending ages with time wasters and tire kickers. You don't want to do that. And with the platform, you can literally just come here, change a number, boom, share link. It creates a snapshot. So at the same time, you can say this is a best case scenario, this is a worst case scenario, and it's all done for you. Right. So obviously you can do that for all the deals. Now let's look at the interesting stuff. So when you look at this, so this is actually one of the properties. If you click, it goes takes you to Rightmove. So what we do is we aggregate information from portals, from directly sources, from direct landlords as well. So you will find stuff from Rightmove, LinkedIn, Yahoo. What am I saying? Zoopla, Rightmove, On the Market, and all the stuff basically. So you can see here, but there's an interesting part here. So if you see this button in the middle, where what we do is we also try and identify from our data sources whether we can tell you what the address of the vendor is. So when you click on that, it basically shows you the full address of the property. So no much guessing. Basically, if you have full addresses of the properties where you're looking for, you don't have to go via the agents. If you wanted to go direct to vendor, if you want to go in a time where everybody's offering high rates or low rates, etc., you can try and negotiate your own deal. So you can literally get in touch with them, whether you do it via leaflets or whether you actually do it via sending letters, or whatever your strategy is, depending on whether you are local or you're looking remotely. So this allows you to do that, and you can do this for over 1 million properties across the country. So that's pretty much a pretty substantial number. And you are also able to get an instant valuation for the property. So this deal is on the market for this price, but whether it's a good deal or not. Sometimes people come to you and say, actually, I've got a below market value deal. Would you like it? And how do you know it's a below market value deal? A lot of times they'll try and create a fear of missing out, where you're actually saying, I mean, it will be gone. So you need to do your own due diligence, and that's where our platform comes in quite handy. You can actually get a quick instant valuation, and it's not just a valuation, but it also shows you the comparable. So I'll show that in a second. Right, so this is kind of how the deal finder works. So you can actually export these deals if you wanted to actually look through all these deals at a later time. So you can export them in different formats, and basically that's how it works. You can try different strategies. You can look for short lease properties, auctions, repossessions. That's becoming quite popular now with high interest rate scenarios. So different times, different strategies become more popular. So now people are struggling with their mortgages, and that is a good opportunity for some people who are looking for or sitting on cash, can offer a quick sale to people. Or if you have clients who can actually offer cash, that allows you to try and secure some of these deals in auctions, cash deals, etc. So that makes you stay ahead of that curve. Right. By the way, if there are any questions, please keep putting them in the chat so we can have a look at it as we keep going. Right. Also, now, as I mentioned earlier, they're basically within here, you also have these tools where you can look at Deal Finder, where you can actually search in different areas, and it can show you properties. Sorry, actually, rather than doing the same one, let's just try one of the other ones very, very quickly. So if I'm looking for London area, short lease properties, and oops, I just forgot to press the button, but anyways. So this basically allows you to look for other deals where you can have a short lease. So sometimes people actually can get a cheap short lease properties on a cheap, and they can use it in quite a few different ways. You can either obviously just rent it for higher rates, because London properties, they typically have quite high rents, or if you know how to get the lease increased, and there are pretty detailed articles on this as well. So that allows you to actually get that done and then be able to sell that property at a much higher prices. Anyway, so whatever your strategy, what this does is it gives you all of the properties in here on the plate, and then you can actually do the deal analysis for any of those deals. Okay. If you have deals with yourself, then you can also list them and make them available with on the platform, so other people can actually come in. And that kind of brings me to the deal pack. So I'm going to come to the off-market deals in a second. So I just wanted to actually talk about this piece. Right, so deal packs. So a lot of people don't realize. So what we also have is we have the ability to actually list your deals. We don't call it property listings because we don't want to be like Zoopla or a Rightmove. We are basically giving this opportunity for our friends or basically customers who are actually looking at how do you create deal packs, or how do you create sourcing deal packs, etc. If you want to share it with one of your mates or a JV partner, so how can you use that? So this is where you can come in. You can actually create a deal pack, whether it's for rent to rent, whether it's for a sale listing, or whether it's for a development listings if you want. So you can actually literally just come in and create that listing in here. I'm not going to go through this, but it's bog standard. You can add the details of your property. It also gives you the idea on the property valuation, etc. And you can add the pictures. You can even add a video URL. So if you have like a video recording and stuff, and you're creating your rent-to-rent packs or even your sale listings packs, etc. So that's something which you can easily create, and then they can be made available within the deal finder. Or you can, if you don't want your listings to be public, so you would actually only want to make it available for your exclusive list, absolutely, a lot of our clients do that, and you can actually choose that whether your listing should be available for anybody on the platform or only for people you would actually want to share. And this also allows you to, when you're presenting these deals to people who want to be funding, so effectively if you're raising funding for your development, or if you're raising trying to find investors for a certain property or a flip project, etc., then you can also share this information in a professional way with people, rather than saying I've got a project and we're going to make a lot of money. A lot of times people don't take that seriously, so you want to come across as professional, so you can actually use this. And there are tutorials and videos on this which you can actually see, but I'm just going to click on one of these links hopefully, and this should have yeah, so this is basically going to generate so for instance, this is a rent-to-rent deal pack where you can actually generate a deal pack with pictures and stuff, and basically you will have your own number and stuff in here. So effectively anybody who looks at this pack, they will have your business name, your phone number. If you wanted to co-brand with us, so you can actually say powered by Property Deals Inside, because if you want people to trust you saying this is backed by a national portal, then you can do that. Also, if you actually don't want them to realize how you did this, then you have the ability to completely white label this solution as well. So it's quite simple to do that in our platform, and it can show you the whole analysis, how much money people are going to make, when the money is going to be out of the deal, and the local comparison, etc., etc. So that's something which you can easily do, and it's also available in a link formats where people can see it on a mobile or a laptop device, etc. So you can actually see it. It's also got a video thing option here, so you can click on it and it shows you the video of the property as well. And this one is an interesting one. So you can actually also have a reserve now button for the deal. So when you're sending it to any of your investors or people who you want to send these deals, they will have the ability to reserve this deal. So effectively they like it. If you posted it on a Facebook group, let's just say, then anybody who likes it, they can simply press this button, and you will have an incoming interest come to you for your deals, right? Okay. So any questions, please put them in the chat. Oh, I actually haven't been having the chat on front, so I didn't quite see it. Does the deal finder include rent-to-rent options? Do you have any deals, analyze rent-to-rent deals? Yep. I think I've kind of just answered that question, hopefully. So yeah, I mean, I think this is the rent-to-rent analysis where you can actually perform. When you're creating the deal packs, you are able to create these. So while I'm on that topic, let me just quickly how you create your deal packs and how you make them configure it according to your branding. So it's fairly simple, but if you go into your My Account area, depending on your package, there are packages which allow you to do that. There are packages which don't allow you to do that. But if you are basically on any of our premium packages or business packages, they all come with the ability to create deal packs. So what you would do is simply go in here, fill in the company details, where you want your leads to come, where you want people to be calling you, add your company logo, press the save button, and boom, it just basically does that. And also, if you have a green and yellow color for your business branding, etc., then all you do is just change that, press save, done. That's all basically it is for. So you can actually literally create your own branded deal packs within 5 minutes. Let's just say you will take a little bit longer to understand how things work properly, but that's as easy as that. And if you wanted to actually, like I mentioned earlier, if you wanted to customize your branding and you want to get rid of our branding, then you can simply just take some of these boxes and boom, it's done, does that. I think there was a question I was talking to one of our customers this morning. If you wanted to actually change the messaging on these reports when they get printed out, so if you wanted to say, because this is obviously done from an agent's perspective, for instance, the one by default, excuse me. But if you wanted it to say something like, okay, we can find you the best deal, etc., whatever your business tagline is, all you do is change this and boom, it's done. So you can actually create and customize your reports like that. And there are all the listings which you will create, they will be available in your my account. So this is my profile, so I can actually see all the listings which have been created using my profile. I know a lot of people are interested in rent-to-rent stuff, so you can actually create rent-to-rent deals in here. So you can actually say whether it's a service accommodation, whether it's an HMO deal, and you can also select the different frequencies for properties on monthly or yearly, and you can edit any of these settings if you wanted to, what different occupancy levels, and you can actually show these deals to customers. It looks very similar to how we were looking at previously. So you can actually share these deals and make it available for others. So a lot of our customers also want us to help them share their deals across. So depending on like, we can't promise 100% every single time, but we try and promote and help our customers to obviously find investors if they are struggling. So they can either put on the platform or actually we can help with the Solus email or stuff like that. Right. Okay. So this is kind of how you can. I actually also with rent-to-rent, obviously one of the big things is about the occupancy. So if you want to say, well, basically, I'm in an area where you would actually struggle, so you can actually see where at what point your like a deal becomes a bit not that great. So you can actually see what the rental prices are. You can actually change any of these numbers as well, although these are all automatically populated with the local averages, local rents, etc. But you can definitely change it because if you have higher maintenance costs or low maintenance costs, etc. So this is allowing you to change these numbers, and you can see where what you have to achieve to make sure you have the certain profitability target which you are looking for from the deal. Okay. Sorry, there's a question. Are to our listings that you're on, are they already approved by either landlord or estate agents? So this is a deal which has been created by me. So if you were the sourcer, you were looking to actually create a deal. So if I mean, I'm going to come and show that how you can actually also find landlords for rent-to-rent. But this is once you have a deal, how do you create a deal pack which you can then make it available for others? So that's that part basically. All right. I think conscious of time, I just want to quickly go to some of the other areas. By the way, there is a resources section, which is quite important, where you can actually see house prices. You can actually see simple calculators where you can actually do a quick buy-to-let analysis for any property. So, by the way, if you actually find a deal which is not on the platform and sorry, I'm going to come to that, guys, on R2R. I know everybody's curious about that. And if you want to actually look at finding properties, whether on Rightmove or Zoopla, I was actually looking at maybe one of these. Let's just pick this one. So this is Rightmove. So I picked the URL of the property, and what you can do. What you can do is go in here and paste the property's detail, and it can also do the deal analysis for any property which you find elsewhere. So it doesn't always have to start from our platform. So if you've already been sent something somewhere else, you can simply just paste a link and it can allow you to actually do the deal analysis for that property as well. So it's quite powerful in that way sometimes for doing a quick analysis. Yeah. Right. Okay, quickly. Yeah, tools and resources. There are tutorials, and let's just come back quickly to the age, like, okay, the valuation and the some of the business features, right? How can you get direct to vendor, right? So basically, sorry, I'm actually getting distracted by looking at some of the questions in the chat as well. So let me try and cover some of those things in the end. I'll quickly try and actually go through the stuff which is quite interesting. So this is well, we call it estate and letting agents, but we do not limit this for estate or letting agents only, right? So anybody can go in this area and can do what they've been doing for well, they've been doing this manually, and a lot of our customers who are basically been doing, sometimes the big players have systems in place, sometimes they do this manually, but ultimately we've got all the tricks which estate and letting agents use to secure the deals in the first place. How do they get the deals in the first place? So either they go through the portals, as traditionally people have been using portals to do that. However, now more and more estate agents are actually coming to us to give them this foolproof solution. And if you see this guide, which is popping up here, and if you haven't already read it, I would strongly suggest you actually download this free guide and see how estate agents secure these deals in the first place, because that would give you a good understanding if you want to be a successful sourcer or want to be securing deals in bulk, and how do they do it, because that's what their job is, to actually get these deals in the first place, right? So you don't have to go via an agent, you can actually do that yourself. So we help them agents. We basically tell them how they can prospect better, how they can actually find these landlords or vendors who are looking to sell their properties, or basically with the razor sharp precision. And in a lot of cases, they're not even on the market currently, right? So that's something which they also want to use that, and you can also use it by using our platform. And then we basically give them like a 3-4 part solution, which essentially then means, one, you can target the right people, and when you target the right people, how do you actually create a hook so that rather than you chasing all these people you are prospecting, they come back to you, and you want to create a lead magnet. And now gonna show you how Simon, one of our customers who recently also came on our last webinar, basically shared some of the secrets which he's been using. So very kind of him. So he's a sourcer who basically used our tools to secure 4 motivated vendor deals in just under 3 months at that point. And they get a net ROI of about 35% cash on cash return, which translates to something between 150 to 200K, that money they make in that much time. So if anybody's interested in getting help from us on configuring the system so that it works in a similar way as they've done, we're more than happy to like help you guys. So just do let us know, basically, and we'd be happy to guide it. I mean, obviously Simon was also a little bit lost initially, but I think within 2-3 weeks, when having our conversations with them, him following the instructions we gave, I think he did a pretty good job. Right. And then obviously the other big thing is appraisal reports, which I haven't actually completely covered, but let me just quickly go to the prospecting tool, or how you get the motivated vendors, basically. That's generally, I'm assuming, more interesting to people. Right. So when you go to prospecting, we have even created 2 tools within this as well, right? So this is something which where basically we're quite different from anybody out there in the whole of UK. So we've got one of the most powerful prospecting engine, which basically allows you to target the right people. So rather than saying, I mean, you may have seen agents used to send letters where they say, okay, I've sold something in your area, of kind of, can I come and value your house, etc., etc. And that actually is still the most well, basically the highest return on their investment in terms of how they secure the vendors in the first place. However, they were just throwing letters left, right, and centers in a 2020, is what they used to call it, way. But with our tools, what that allows you to do is go after people who are not even on the market, or actually are struggling with who they are, and that allows them to secure these instructions. And in your case, if you're an investor or a sourcer looking to get in front and say, by the way, you've been with this agent, can I come in and can I help you instead? and that's a great time. So it's timing is everything. If you can actually solve a problem, that's great. If anybody's got any outcodes or they want to give any outcode area or postcode areas where they want us to search, so this tool actually works across the country, and you can actually put in any outcodes or postcodes. I haven't seen anything. Okay, there you go, N16. So what you can do is you can add N16 in here, and basically you can also add, okay, so you've got a few of them, GU35, E5, okay, M16, there you go, N6, GU35, right, and E5, okay, all right. So what that also shows is basically you can add multiple outcodes here where you wanted to do. If you are targeting stock from a certain agent, then you can fill this. It's optional. And if you want to actually target the full property address, we don't advise this because then this is a very, very specific search you're trying to do. Otherwise, I like to leave the filters blank, because once you start using the system, you understand how it works, and then you can add more filters to it. But initially, I'll try and leave this blank. This can also help you with stock for sales or rentals. And this one is an interesting one, especially for property sources and investors, where you can actually target people where they're coming to a certain point in the journey, right? So where they are struggling or reducing prices, or being on the market for a certain number of days, or when they're approaching a time when they're actually coming to, let's say, 3 months. So a lot of times when you approach landlords, let's say, who you want to get the rent-to-rent deals from, and they would say, actually, we are in a 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Well, normally not 6 months, but 3 months or 8 weeks is a typical thing, contracts which people are stuck in. So you can actually say, by the way, I'm gonna get in touch with these people at the time when they are able to move. So it's not just a case of I want to go and talk to a vendor at the point when they say, actually, although I like your guaranteed rent proposition, let's just say if you're looking for a rent to rent, then I want to go and talk to them at the point when they are actually able to do some business with me. Let's just leave this blank for now and search these vendors. What this does is it looks through all of our systems and tries to come back with deals in these areas. So what this has done is actually coming back with 531 properties in this area, and it's showing 100. Each search basically shows you up to 100 results, and you can load more if you wanted to. What you get is the details, because we haven't added any filters, so it's basically showing you both sales and rental stock, and also it gives you the full property addresses. So basically that allows you to actually identify people who are on the market. So currently we didn't apply any filters, so it basically, as you can see, is showing you some of the latest listings as well. So you can actually see these properties just came to the market, and you will see the statuses where they've been sold, where they have actually been removed, etc. So now I don't want to include stock which has been sold. So if I want to say, by the way, show me properties which have been on the market or where price reduced, and this one is an interesting one, and I think this helps you quite well, especially when you are not a traditional agent and you're giving them a somewhat of a non-standard solution, if I can call it, like rent, whether you're looking for the guaranteed income, or if you're actually trying to find motivated vendors who basically tried everything and they couldn't actually sell their property for whatever reason. So you can actually see, look, let's see any properties which came to the market but could not be sold, and you can apply that for rentals as well, but let's just search for sale in this case. So these are all the listings. So it came back with 101 results where you have full addresses of all of these properties, and they came to the market and are no longer on any portal, right? So if you now go and look for these properties, these were with agents. These are all the agents which had these properties. They list, these vendors came to the market, which were on the market for a while, a long time in these cases, and they failed to sell their stock, or if you send rent, then they failed to let their property out. So it wasn't completed. So it's not been agreed, let agreed, or sale agreed, or sold STC. These were properties where vendors came to the market and could not actually sell or let their properties. This is a kind of a perfect purple patch for anybody who's trying to secure, by the way, I'm so and so, whatever your storyline is, whether you say I'm a cash buyer, I will want these properties, or I am actually somebody who represents so and so investors, and we are looking in your area. Would you like us to give you a cash offer, or we can give you a quick sale? So depending on how you operate, and this is how Simon basically utilized this tool to actually say, by the way, I'm always looking for properties in your area. I know you were in the area, you were trying to sell your properties but couldn't, but can I give you a cash offer, which with the instant sale sort of thing? That for somebody who's struggling is a kind of a absolute music to their ears, and actually you need to come across as solving a problem for people, and that allows you to do that. And how you basically can do that is when you take all these properties and you can actually get in touch with them, whether if it's in your area, you can obviously knock on the door if you wanted to, you can do leaflets, or you can actually send nicely presented letters to these people. If anybody needs help with letters, we can kind of also like give you some suggestions on how you can do it. We've also got like a sister company which actually builds these, so we kind of a part of our portfolio actually. And you can create these letters, and when you create these letters, it has like your branding, it has like a QR code which can actually be part of your letters which go out when vendors receive it, and instantly you will basically be these vendors are actually sent to your, either if you have a website, they send you on your website. And if you actually don't even have a website, then also we can give you a lead magnet. So I'm going to quickly show you how some of our customers are actually doing this. Let me just open a few of these guys. Kent House Properties. You got, who else has you got? Classy. Let's just look for one of the other Rapidness. Actually, I wanted to share. Yeah, okay. So this is Simon, who's, if you have been with us longer, so we can actually send these guys basically use our platform. So I helped Simon build the lead magnet, which can be embedded. So this is their site. Your home is here. What they do is they basically simply say they've embedded a lead magnet on their website saying, by the way, come in here and value your home quickly. So almost like the letter says, find out how much can we offer you, right, in the thing. And you can actually put in your details, and it uses our valuation engine, and it's powered by Property Deals, as you can see. And basically it sits on their website, and by making this lead magnet available either on your website or basically as a standalone thing, it takes like 5 minutes to literally get it configured. And it basically, they highlight, by the way, we are not going to give you the market rate. We are going to give you less than the market rate. We're going to get your home sold in 7 days. This is the typical process for an agent. And at the end, you get X amount. And by giving us the cash offer opportunity, we are anyways going to give you that much money. Obviously, depending on how you offer and do it, that was going to be slightly different. Yeah, I think there's a question on the lead magnet, so we can help you with that. I'm just going to open the pricing page in a second, and that will explain all of these. So what this does is they are basically, if you already have a business website, you can now put all the questions, what you do, how you do, why you're different, etc. But bottom line is, you want people to fill in their details. So you want to give them something for free, and they want to fill that and actually bring you or basically bring you incoming leads. And I'm actually trying a couple of other clients. So Rapid Nest is another company where they say we can help you sell your home with ease. And they've also got basically they say how we compare with the open market. So this kind of works quite well. And they've also got our lead magnet. So you can actually brand the lead magnet fairly quickly, as I was showing previously. And you've got Kent House. Again, they say we can help you with speedy sales, get an instant valuation. So this actually, they don't embed it on their website. And in fact, they have you also get a dedicated link. So you basically have an instant valuation link, which you can actually create. So this can be branded to your colors. If you want it to be embedded, you can have it like this. If you want it to be going to a dedicated link, that also works like that. So that works like a charm in terms of how you basically receive an incoming lead. And also a lot of time people say, actually, how do I know how much should I be offering to these people? What should be the price, right? And this is where our valuation engine comes in extremely handy. So our solution is not just like, okay, we're going to tell you who's on the market, but it's basically fine. We're giving you like a 4-part solution I talked about earlier. We can tell you who you go after. So how do you identify off-market deals? How do you identify properties which are on the market, etc.? And you create a lead magnet, which is the piece which I showed you, so you can actually get this created. If anybody is interested for us to help you with your lead magnet, we can give you instructions, but also help you. So please leave your name in the chat and and email as well, please, so we can actually get in touch with you and get that configured. So I think Charlie, make sure we can help them create that as well. And also, when you are basically getting these leads, you want to make sure you can quickly say, by the way, I know your property is this, or we want to offer you X amount. How would you do that? So we provide one of the most comprehensive instant valuation solution in the country, and which basically allows you to give the valuation, sold prices, sales comparable, rental comparable, EPC information, cash flow information, flip analysis information, and you can all brand that nice and cool with your branding. So you can literally just create these reports and share with your customer and negotiate in that way. Whether this is for off market or on market, doesn't matter. You can do this for 30 million houses across the country, and it can show you all these reports with the valuation, with the local sale data, how much properties are selling for, what the graphical format, etc. Imagine you're a new business, you want to kind of want people to be taking you seriously. You can literally just create this in a few moments, and when you will have your branding sitting here and it will have insights from data sources you can trust, then suddenly you don't have to be proving that why they should be working with you. They want to work with somebody who's obviously offering them deals, and it sounds trustworthy and it's powered by data, and they want transparency. So suddenly all these text people send saying I've got a below market value deal, 20% less or whatever, they get ignored. Why? Because people don't take you seriously. So this allows you to build that trust and ultimately grow your customer base. And this is why some of our customers who started off as I don't know how I start are now having 15 people working under them. And actually that's kind of works quite well. Obviously there's a lot to digest, and we always say come back to these sessions every now and then also ask us specific questions. And there's a lot of this information available in the resources area, where you have videos on how you can do it. If you're not already subscribed to our channel, then you please subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'd see all of these recordings and tutorials for this, how you do it, step-by-step guide, etc. And very quickly, just on the lead magnets, you can actually come in here, you can configure and create your lead magnet. So you can see how the lead magnet is configured. It's pretty simple, but if you still need help, you can actually come in and generate your lead magnet. And you will also have a nice flashy looking QR code. So that kind of makes you look cool. So when you're going to people with your business cards, sharing with them, you want them to give them something which actually keeps bringing you more and more leads. You can use it in your marketing material, you can use it in your business cards, even on your website, or if you have a shop, for instance, or an office, then you can actually also stick in there. So that gets them so much leads. And people spend a lot of budget on trying to bring traffic to their website, to their Facebook page, to whatever, but they lose out so many deals because they don't have a lead magnet, which is a bog standard. It's almost like a crime not to have something where you can actually make sure people who are interested, who came to your site, leave their details. So you don't need to be chasing them. You have constant flow of income, all these incoming leads coming to you. Right. I mean, there are other parts of the platform. I think I'm kind of already coming towards the end of the session. I wanted to make sure I can cover some of the questions. So you have our pricing plans. If you haven't already looked at these, so you can actually see there are plans. A lot of time people are confused which plan to go for. So you can actually go for either the investor plans, which kind of start from as low as these are yearly plans. So it's 8.25 per month, but we build the yearly gold, which gives you some credits and premium. The way it works is it shows you all the features it has and it doesn't have. And also like it has certain number of credits. So some of the direct to vendor features are, as I said, they were built for estate agency or business customers, but ultimately they are the ROI you get with them is exceptional. It's almost like crazy. Some people say, why are you selling them for so cheap? Maybe we will revisit our prices at some point in the future, but doesn't matter to anybody who signs up now. So you can also go for agent plans, and these are, as it says, investor plus agent features. So when I say agent, these are kind of your high-end advanced features, all the stuff which we saw just now in the ability to get the lead magnet. So you have a lead magnet available, and if you wanted to actually get on and off market prospecting in intelligence, so you can get full vendor addresses, unlimited ability to kind of get these guys, so you can go for the gold plan or the premium plan, and you have the ability to go yearly or monthly in this one. So if you go monthly, these are the prices, and if you go yearly, you basically get 2 months free. So that comes down, the pricing comes down to these prices which you see in here. Right. Any questions I have missed? Let me quickly kind of look through while I let you guys absorb some of this stuff. Right. Also, as we promised, there is a promo code for the members of this session. So the promo code on offer is NA20OFF. I'm also putting that in. I think maybe Charlie, you can actually do that. So if you put in the promo code NA20OFF and you sign up today, and when you submit, the pricing, as you will see, would be slashed massively. So these pricing on an yearly basis kind of bring you almost £400 discount for the top package, and lesser on the smaller packages. So this is a kind of one-off which you can actually avail as part of you giving us the time today. So if you actually come in here, put the code NA20OFF, which is basically also in the chat, and that allows you to secure these discounts. And this is a very special code, so it's not only for this month or this year which you get, because a lot of companies, they do this like, okay, you get a discount so you can secure them. This code allows you lifetime discount in membership. So as long as you are with us without canceling, you will get this discount forever. So it's a massive saving and a great opportunity for you to utilize this. Sorry, just losing my voice. Okay, let's have a quick look at the questions. At this point, I'd also allow you guys to actually, I know we are a bit over, hopefully you guys can stay, but if you can actually unmute yourself and want to ask any questions, I think it's a great opportunity to do that now, so I can try and address some of the questions here. And by the way, if you can't stay, then yeah, no problem. I think we obviously thank you for that, but I also wanted to actually clarify. Sometimes people are confused on the pricing, which plan they go for, what will they get, how the credits work, etc., etc. If you have any such questions, please share now, and we'll obviously try and address those. I think Maria asked, lead magnet part of the yearly membership or is an extra cost? So I think possibly already answered that question. So lead magnet comes with our business plans, because that's mainly to try and showcase that you are a business and operate like that. So you will get that from, well, normally it's 99 per month sort of thing on a monthly basis. But if you go for the yearly option and the discount, so that comes down to £66, and this comes with the lead magnet. If you want to be accessing direct to vendor deals in bulk and you want an unlimited supply of that, then you can obviously go even further. So you can actually pick any of these plans. So it actually shows you the tick boxes. I think these two plans currently are running on an offer, so you are able to maximize most of the features across. And basically, if you don't want to be bothered about how many leads you get, and if you want an unlimited supply, at the top package basically costs $1999, but with the discount, I actually haven't done the math, but yeah, it's 20% discount, so something like 16-ish hundred for the whole year, and it's got unlimited credits to be able to do as many searches as you like. Right. Tim, looking forward to getting stuck in. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Tim. Need to have no. Okay, no problem, Sam. So hopefully we can get in touch. Actually, if you guys are interested, because this is something which people keep asking, how they can get involved with us. Obviously, we like to try and work closely with our customers. I also see Francesca has got her hand raised, so please feel free to unmute yourself. I didn't actually see that earlier. I don't know whether you've already.
Hi, yeah, sorry. I just wanted to ask a question. we've got a website, but we don't have stock or properties. So is it something that we're able to market some of the other people who haven't got Deal Finder, to market their properties? Is that possible, or
So
is that not available?
right. So I think it's a very valid question. A lot of people in here are looking for stock, right? So everybody wants stock, and yes, when you're a sourcer, you kind of say to people, okay, yeah, we'll find you deals and all of that. But bottom line is, you always want more stock, right? So agents want more stock, everybody wants more stock, so they can make more money. So yes, there's kind of a roundabout answer to your question. So if you don't have any deals or any stock, then this is precisely how you actually get the stock in the first place. So you don't have to be selling other people's deals, right? That's one part of the question. So hopefully, I mean, if you haven't already followed it completely, I would strongly suggest if you go on resources, download the ultimate 4-step guide, click on this, and absolutely go through this, because this is telling you how you can short have an unlimited supply of new instructions or new deals coming to you. Obviously, which deals you go after, how you go for choose only for rent-to-rent deals, only for sales deals if you were looking for development, etc., etc. That's, you can use the filtering for that, but this allows you to go through everything, which I've kind of tried to cover quickly, but it also kind of gives you the step-by-step guide as well. Okay, so the other part of your question is, if you found something on Deal Finder, can you list it on your website as claiming it to be your deal? No, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't recommend you to do that. However, there's a way to do that. So if you can't sort of copy somebody else's deal and say, basically, I am, for instance, this guy, when more agents, you can't market that stuff. However, as I was showing previously, if you were trying to see if I actually have something open. Yeah, if you have this deal and you were able to get in touch with this guy and say, by the way, I can get you a better deal, and you may be with them, but I'm going to also try and secure you a buyer. In that case, you can, but instead of listing their deal, what you simply go in is, this is where your deal pack comes in handy. So you can simply say, by the way, I'm going to create a quick deal pack and fill in the details of that deal with your branding. You don't even have to now claim that that deal is with somebody, because you've now secured that relationship with this guy, and you can do that. Some of our customers, they may work differently. They'll say, basically, we will list this list some of these deals in there, and then they try and negotiate with the vendors afterwards. You can obviously do that, but we don't recommend that you put other people's logos on your website. But you obviously can create your own branding and create those deal packs and list them on your website. So you can list the PDFs or a links which you can generate using the deal packs, as I was showing previously. I hope that answers your question. If you have some
Yeah, it
confusion,
does
feel
to a
free to,
degree.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't thinking of listing other people's things. I was thinking maybe we had a system where we could speak to other people that are already using the system and then work
Uh,
together to share that deal and then
uh,
do a share. But yeah,
but yeah,
that's also helpful as well.
I mean, obviously, I'm trying to kind of help you with how you can have your own deals, right? Of course, you can always work with other innovative ideas if where you want to do JVs and stuff. Yeah. Right. Hi, Govind. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So does your platform have any list of prospective investor which your any of the sourcer can contact or?
Well, the way you basically connect with investors is going to be through the platform. So we can't give you any details of investors because of GDPR reasons. But when you make your deals available in here, so when you basically list, as I just explained, creating the deal packs, and if you make them public, then they will be only available to property deals inside customers. So effectively, all of our thousands of customers which we have, they will then be able to see those deals, and if they like your deal, they'll get in touch with you directly as well.
Okay.
All right. So this is kind of, in a way, there's like a marketplace. So yes, we show them deals which are from the market, but then a lot of our customers also secure clients directly as well, just because they create those deal packs and they then can be connecting. So we don't get involved with that. So we don't need to be the bottlenecks. But if they found your deal which is available, then they basically have your details and contact details, and they get in touch with you directly, and you do your own sort of negotiations and due diligence of the investor, etc. Okay. So I know there's quite a few people who are interested in rent-to-rent. I did try and show you, but if you also want to have a quick a refresher, there is like a link for using how you can use the tool for finding basically the rent-to-rent deals, what filters, etc. you need to use. And there's also like a full-blown off-market prospecting area, which is like a 30 million off-market deals which have never come to the market. You can also go that there, but it's a more of an advanced strategy. So I only recommend this for people who are fairly familiar with what they're doing. But yeah, I mean, another topic for another day. And there's very quickly, if people want to be, if think this can be quite useful for them, and maybe they also want to earn some money with us, then there's also that opportunity. So as when you sign in, there's also within your My Account area something which is the affiliation option. So if you guys want to become our affiliates, you can actually click this thing, and over here you can basically join and promote us, and you will have your own dedicated affiliate link. So if you click this thing, it will actually allow you to create the affiliate link, and basically you can share it directly through this, or you can copy paste as normal, and you can make pretty handsome commissions on things. I think, yeah, this is basically our affiliate page. I'm gonna also get that shared with you guys. So you can actually basically have pretty decent commissions with 10 to 20% going forward, and with some of the expensive packages, I think that can be a very, very handsome source of income. We had some customers who initially came saying we want to get involved in property and become sources, and then they said, actually, forget that, we're just going to start selling your services because that's a quicker way of doing it. Again, I don't suggest you start ditching your stuff, but you can obviously become our affiliates and then have a quick side income if you wanted to. And this is like a quick way of filling the form, and then we would know, and we can support you with some information which helps you sell quickly. And lastly, what I wanted to also cover was, I mean, a lot of times people say, okay, this is a great platform, and I hope you guys feel so as well. And we want to be getting involved with us, and because we are not a publicly listed company, so people can't actually come and become part of us. However, for a limited time, we are actually in the process of expanding the business, and we're actually an EIS registered company, so the government backs us, and any money that gets put on as equity investment in the business, which gives you guys shares, that is having a 30% tax relief from the government. So it's a completely tax-free investment returns. I don't know, I don't want to go too much into detail currently, but if anybody is interested in that piece, they can get in touch with us. I've also added a link to the pitch deck. So this is basically, you're going to come in, become part of a VC-backed scheme. So we have the same backers as DocuSign. So if you might have heard of the document signing software, Second Century Ventures is the world's largest VC who's actually backed us, and they only touch companies which are going to be the next big thing. So yeah, I think there's also like details on this, on how you can actually get basically tax relief, CGT relief, and 30% cash back. I shouldn't call it cash back, but tax back in terms of government HMRC backed stuff. So there are more details on this. If you are interested, just fill this form, and we can be in touch with you. And there's a bit more detail on this.